So hi guys, today we're going to have a look at the 25th anniversary edition of Battletech. Now, as you can see, it's a really nice looking box. But what do you get in it? Well, there's loads of stuff in it. First of all, let's just have a look at some of the miniatures that are in it. You get a big box of fighting robots. Now, there's 24 of them in here, including two Premier models, which I'll show you in a second. They're actually a harder plastic. But if you look under the close cam, you'll see a selection of the ones that come in the bag. They're made in this sort of a silvery type plastic. That I have to say, let's be honest, they're okay. But then again, you know, they're not cast in metal; they're cast in plastic. So they're not particularly detailed, but they are, of course, big fighting robots. So they don't have a huge amount of detail on them in the first place. But what you'll see later on, there's a little painting guide that comes in the box, which shows you some of these painted up, and once they're painted up, they're not bad. I mean, they're not brilliant. I mean, they're not going to set the world on fire, but they're not bad. So these are the sort of the basic mechs that you get. Then there's the two Premier models that you get in the box. In this case, we got Thor and Loki. I don't know whether it's the same ones in all the boxes, but there you go. As you can see, they're a lot sharper because they're made in the proper plastic. And I had to put those together, of course, as well. So, you know, nice detail on them. Do rightly. Great for fighting robots, of course. But what are the books that come in the bag? Well, you get your dice, of course, to play the game. But as for books, the first thing you get is the Painting and Tactics Guide. Now, as I was saying, this has some pictures of the stuff actually painted, and you'll see that it doesn't look too bad. There's one of the guys there once it's completely done. I think there's one over here as well somewhere. Well, I mean, there's it starting from the shiny plastic and ending up as one of those over there. There's a couple of extra ones. They look to me like they're the metal ones, which I think you can get from Iron Wind miniatures, or of course you could just use those plastic clicking miniatures, I think from the old Click Battletech games. Take them off their base and put them onto a wee hexagonal base. But this, of course, has some little bits of tactics and things, as well as some more pictures on how to paint up your mechs to make them look great. Then we have how the core rulebooks work. Now this is more of a sort of primer to tell you what the other books are in the series, just in case, I suppose, if you wanted to buy any more or expand from the box. But it also has some nice pictures of all the other stuff, like tanks and all the other bits and bobs that you get to play Battletech with. You see some of the battle scenes and all there. So that's just a little primer to tell you all the other stuff then that's available. You get, of course, your quick play cheat sheet, which is on a nice thick card, but personally I would laminate that just to make sure that it doesn't get damaged. Just with me taking it out of the box this morning, I hit the corner of it and bent it a bit. I thought, I better get that laminated pretty soon to stop that getting damaged, because it's a nice sheet. I wouldn't want to wreck it. There's a big poster map which has all the house insignias on it, and of course a big bit inside to show you all the areas and things of the Battletech world. Now, this I thought was actually quite good whenever I saw it. There's QuickStart Rules in the box, but you get 2 sets of them, which is a great idea because it means that you and a friend can sit down and learn the rules at the same time going through the QuickStart set. We'll have a quick look at some of the pages in it. As you can see, all these are full colour and they all look fantastic. Just some great wee details, and there's how to play. At some point, hopefully we'll get to play a game of this, just one of the quick start games, and maybe show you how the game's played and how we enjoy it whenever we're playing it. So that was the quick start rules. Then you get your stat sheets for all your mechs. So if you want to have a quick look at all this, you see there's some really nice sort of technical schematics and things in it, just to show you all the different types of mech that you can use. So you see there's quite a bit of bookkeeping in this game, possibly because it's actually quite an old game. I remember it from when I was a teenager. So way back then is when you had all night to sit and play a game. So it could be a bit more complicated than some of the games are today. So after the quick start rules and the schematics, of course, we've got our introductory rulebook, which has the full rules in it and some lovely art as well. Again, all full colour, and some nice pictures of some more mechs and things, all telling you exactly how to play the game. So just a quick flick through then to have a look at that. There's your fire arcs, the hit locations, all that. As you may know, the game itself, in the game itself, the mechs generate heat as they start fighting, and part of the game is to manage how much heat you have. So you can walk into water and things like that to cool your mechs down, and they gradually have heat sinks as well, which will dissipate the heat so that you can keep fighting. Because once they overheat, they have to stop and cool down. Here, of course, we have the inner sphere at a glance, which basically just the fluff book that tells you all about the different houses and factions within the game. We'll just have a wee quick look through. You see there's some of the factions and things, and at the back it has another little primer on some of the mechs, with again some very pretty artwork. All in all, I mean, it's a fantastically pretty looking product all round. Finally, of course, we have the board itself, which comes in two bits. There's this one and this one here. If you have a quick look under there, you'll see that it's all divided up into hexes. I would argue that Battletech itself is as much of a board game as it is a war game. Although there's a lot more sort of wargamey type stuff in it, in that you've got to keep stats and take damage and all that sort of thing. It is played out on these hex grid boards, which are very pretty, of course, as well. But you know, you can stick terrain on them as well if you wanted. There's a couple of forests and things down there where you could just plant a tree on it, just to make it look a bit more like a war game perhaps than a board game. So, what do you think, guys? Nice product, worth it? Like I say, we're going to try and get a couple of games of this played out just to see what it's like, and we might even film it so that you can see it. So drop us some comments below and tell us all about Battletech and whether you like it or not.